I'd like to introduce you to Aleo mining. It may remind you of Alph mining, which may remind you of Radiant mining, which may remind you of Kaspa mining. I am so sick of shit coins. Yeah, well, here's the latest scoop on Aleo mining profitability, and an urgent change for Aleo miners. If you have an Aleo mining rig, on order, this absolutely applies to you. I'm Vosk, you're on the VoskCoin YouTube channel. I've been working on building out the VoskCoin mining farm for years. I'm so burnt out of shitcoin mining, also known as crypto mining, also known as altcoin mining, also known as Aleo mining. I didn't really even want to pick up any Aleo miners, but we got the opportunity to review them. So goldshell and iceriver sent us some miners for free to review, which of course I disclosed, and I reviewed those honestly, as I always do. Because I'm not looking to pimp a referral on you. I'm looking to just make the best content I can, authentically, stuff that I can sleep at night, be proud of. Okay, notice ARC-46. I feel like going and arcing myself in a couple battery terminals after reading this. It's I shouldn't say that. That's not true, and I don't mean that. I don't agree with that, and I'm not suicidal. If they say I suicided, they killed me. Anyway, you got to hold some of these crappy coins in order to mine. These are not changes that should be made at this time. These are changes that should have been made previously. Here's the important part, is that you have to hold a certain amount of coins to participate in proof of stake plus proof of work mining now. Maybe this should have been better researched. I don't know. Honestly, I don't really care. So I'm mining, my iceriver only works on WhalePool. It's literally broken and worthless on other mining pools. This has not been a very good miner. I also have these gold shell miners, the A box and Pro. What I'm gonna do, these are originally set up for DX pool, is I'm going to flip these over to WhalePool, and I'm gonna hope that they continue working. By the way, I have a referral link for WhalePool. If you want to support the channel, appreciate it. Obviously not the reason why I'm making this video. The reason I'm doing this is because they have an option here when you go to the payment that you can just click this and they will auto reserve however many coins you need to get a payout. If you do not have these coins allocated to your address or whatever you need to do here, you will receive less earnings. And this is why we pay fees for mining pools. They're going to solve this for me. I don't have to worry about this. This automatically gets deposited to my Coinbase account, and I let it sit there with a mine and hold strategy, and I watch it become more and more worthless over time, while sitting there patiently, dreaming, waiting, just maybe, is there a pump in store for a lowly pleb like me? Well, we're gonna see. So now I'm flipping over to my other gold shell miner, right? So I have 3 Aleo miners, and I've been sitting on DX pool historically here, and we can come over here and we can scroll to the bottom and we can see my workers. Excuse me, I have 3. So I need to go to my AE1M here as well. That actually has the lion's share of my hash rate. We can zoom out, profits trend down, hash rate's been pretty stable. These things haven't broken yet, so that's good. I'll nuke DX pool. I don't know what DX pool is doing on this front. The bottom line is WhalePool made it simple and straightforward, and one of my miners is over there, and that miner also does not work on DX pool, so I'm just gonna flip my stuff over there for now. It's easy to get wrapped up. I need to pull this IP address up, and I'm kind of on the fly today. So by the way, while we're here, I just want to say thank you for tuning in to the VoskCoin YouTube channel. I hope you subscribe if you haven't already. Chasing 1 million subscribers is quite a journey. All right, I have arrived at another one of my mining rigs. EAE1M. All right, flipping that miner over as well. Hope this works. This is a pretty off-the-cuff video. There's only so much stuff to talk about here. And I don't want to waste your time, and I don't want to waste my time. But I do think that this is important with the previous coverage we've had on these miners. And Aleo is a relevant mineable coin, of course, right? It's putting out $78,000 in the last 24 hours. Its market cap has been trending down, generally speaking. I know the market's up recently on the heels of a Bitcoin all-time high, but it has significantly more emission than some cryptocurrencies that have been mineable for longer that get a fair amount of buzz, for example, like CKB and KDA. Are you looking for premier hosting for your ASIC miners? Then you may be looking for Terra Hosting, which is not only a sponsor of the VoskCoin YouTube channel, but I've parked several ASIC miners at their mining farm for months. The uptime has been great. The experience has been great. And if you want to start mining with only a minimum order quantity of 5 miners and no hidden fees, check them out with the link out in the video description below. Regardless though, that's the situation on that. We can flip over to mining now. Their mining profitability calculator. I use them in a bunch of stuff. If you watch a lot of our content, I like the real-time updates. Makes the content creation a little more fluid. I asked iceriver about the AE2 and the AE3 and the A1 Lite, and I don't know. Everybody's selling these things, but the rep I get says that he hasn't heard anything. So I hate being lied to. Where are these people hearing this shit? Like, how come that people feel so good and confident about these machines that they're going to list them on all their ASIC mining reselling sites? Well, whatever. This is what the profitability looks like on these machines. 4, 2, 1, 1 after the electricity bill. In my experience, the mining profitability is always lower across the board. I don't make this much every day with this. I don't make this much every day with this. I have these machines. They're not spectacular. They're not that profitable. Aleo mining has not been that lucrative, and now I've got to have some of my coins, reserve some of my daily earnings to have a staking amount to not impact my normal mining operations and profitability there. It just kind of feels like I'm getting jerked around with this stuff. I don't know. It's in many ways I feel like I was just kind of launched into this. Let's click over and see if any of our miners have made their way over here. Icon's green. It says it's hashing. That's good. Same thing here, and let's see. This is also saying that it's hashing, and we should be all systems go launching here on WhalePool. Here comes the money. Couple of things. I'm not going to be buying any Aleo miners. If we get some stuff into review, we'll do that. I'm not interested in this at all. I'm putting my money where my mouth is. I've been investing a lot of my funds into Bitcoin mining, expanding the VoskCoin mining farm. I can run a lot of gear now. I'm looking at a container too, just to completely blow my options absolutely wide open, long term for self-hosted mining. A lot of these little mini miners are really cool, right? They're not like as favorable. I prefer something like a BitX Gamma specifically, and only the power mining one, or even the Nerd QX, pretty cool bundle for like form factor, a little price ticker, Wi-Fi, Bitcoin solo mining. That's been a lot of fun. Mining Bitcoin over stuff like this is really engaging to me, but on the full scale mining front, I've been pretty focused on large scale Bitcoin miners. But the point I was trying to say here is that I like mini miners. Like it eases the barrier to entry. These things are small, like the little iceriver miners, the little goldshell box miners. They're small. They don't make much noise. Some of them can run over Wi-Fi. That's a under-focused on feature with some of them, in my opinion. Historically, they've proven to not be that profitable. I mean, really only like the Dogecoin script miners have like been lucrative mini miners and stand the test of time. iceriver is like the #1 producer of e-waste in 2024. And on the heels of 2023, thanks to the rapidly diminishing Kaspa emissions, along with the general tanking of the coin price of Kas and that market cap trending down. Maybe, just maybe, one day the altcoin bull run will come and grace us with its presence again. Altcoin mining has just not been a lucrative endeavor. My Ethereum Classic miners from Bombax are all breaking. The Kaspa miners went into the red. I have a pretty competitive electricity rate of 7.5 cents per kilowatt hour, all things considered. My Radiant miner, Dragon Ball piece of crap, rip-off name, never made his money back. A lot of my older Kaspa iceriver miners actually broke before they were even unprofitable. Broken hash boards, burned out power supplies, whatever you name it, probably dealt with it. And I guess, I don't know, I'm burnt out with like the altcoin mining. I may be coming up negative, right? But let's not forget that I've added an immense amount of Bitcoin hash rate. So I'm not burnt out on mining. I'm not done with mining. I am mining with more machines, better machines than ever before. Right, here's a quick glance at the VoskCoin Bitcoin branch of the mining farm. And I've got some machines that are just doing absolutely spectacular, right? 270 terahash advertised, but I've got an average consistently here of 290 terahash. F yeah, this is my absolute shining star. A lot of the other devices hashing well above their weight class. The worst ones are still a good variation above their advertised hash rate there, 270, right, for this whole category I'm referencing here. Regardless, that's where I'm at. That's where my head's at. I'm happy to see these miners flicking over and hitting WhalePool now. So they seem to be working. I will update this in editing if they're not. If this goes to the outro right here, there is no update to be had. I'm Vosk on the VoskCoin YouTube channel. This is Tails, our CMO, our Chief Mining Officer here at VoskCoin. I appreciate you. Hope you're having a good day. Good luck and goodbye.